believe my life is a story. I believe all our lives are stories, and I believe that we are the ones writing the story, but sadly, we are not the ones reading the story. This is going to be a very good spot for making these videos. I've been looking for like the best spot, like the best space to do it from, and this feels like the this feels like it. I tried to take a pause, and I've been taking a lot of pauses weirdly, but I've actually been making more um, intentional decisions. I really love the growth I've experienced doing that. Part of the things I decided to do was stop anything I didn't have a genuine reason why I was doing it, right? A very strong reason why I was doing it, and then just because at the end of the day, that's energy you're giving to unnecessary things. So um, it makes it such that everything I'm doing now, it is what I really want to do. So I'm not in a space where I'm just doing things for the fun of it, or doing things because everybody else is doing it, or things like that. I'm just now in that space where I'm doing what I love to do, what I want to do. I'm just being myself, living. I say it a lot: live free, love free, laugh out loud. I love to laugh, obviously. Already do that a lot, but then again, sometimes because I'm a critical person, I tend to like over criticize or over analyze, and then what we talk about, analysis paralysis. Yeah, that happens to me quite frequently, so I'm almost always paralyzed. Anyway, so the idea of this is that, so I said all of that to say that I took a pause from making videos and posting content because I wanted to like really connect with myself on the basis of purposefulness, why I was doing what I was doing in the first place, right? And here it is. The reason why I've been doing everything I've been doing is because I I believe my life is a story. I believe all our lives are stories, and I believe that we are the ones writing the story, but sadly, we are not the ones reading the story. So it's important that we write it with a lot of freedom, with a lot of creativity and expression. We'll give a heart to writing that story. So for me, and that means that a lot of things that happen in that story has to do with decision making, choices, trying this and trying that, failing here and there, and all of that. And basically, all of that has just brought me to a place where I've seen the necessity of making very critical choices, of making very intentional choices, right? So decide for myself if I really wanted to stay here. And I do. Because why I'm here is simply because I want to um, make my story, the story I'm writing, more accessible to people, right? It could motivate someone, it could encourage someone or inspire someone. And we live in a world where, it doesn't cost anything to share your opinion. So I might as well share mine, right? And then um, basically help others, transcend these limits I have had to struggle or overcome myself, help others scale those mountains I've had to scale myself, because I see that some of the things I experience they're not autonomous, they're not particularly um, they're not a they're not a monopoly of experience. Um, I don't have that monopoly of experiences, right? It's like every other person has something similar to that. Everybody has difficulties, challenges, at different stages of our lives. As challenges are common, as far as they are unique to the individual, but they are common and similar. They are related. They relate in a way. So somehow I feel that if I can overcome these challenges, if I have had ways of learning things, of seeing things that have helped me overcome challenges, then I could do the same for someone else. A good number of these things I'm going to be doing is going to be rants. All right, it's not going to be guided, scripted for the best part. Except maybe when I have maybe guests, but the reason why it's going to be very free flow is because it's my life. My life is not scripted. So if I'm going to share my truth, then I'm going to share it the way it is, unscripted. A little bit edited, but not unscripted. But not scripted. Yeah, so I've learned one thing, yeah, and that's like the anchor for all this. For this is so I learned from my coach that there's a difference between worrying and reasoning. So a lot of times we tend to worry a lot and reason less. So when someone says, I'm thinking about this thing, sometimes they're not necessarily thinking about it in terms of trying to solve the problem. They're just thinking about the magnitude of the problem, hence just worrying and not reasoning. So reasoning has to do with solution. This is me thinking about what next. So for me, I'm going to make these vlogs on what I want to do next in terms of my next move. Not exactly telling you my next plan. No, I'm not giving you my secrets or my plans. But I mean, when I'm having those difficult ideas I cannot place, that I can't seem to make a decision on, I would like to reason it out and then just talk about it, and then maybe talking about it can help you or help someone and then in some other cases hopefully you might invite other people and have conversations with them and basically just decide what next. What next, what do you do next? Basically it's just what's your next move, what's the next thing, what happens next for you. You've taken this step, you've gotten to this point, what next? You've become this guy, what next? You've earned this amount, what next? You broke up with this person, you now have an ex relationship or an ex-partner, what next? Things like that. So the question we are asking on this platform is simply what next? And I don't know how it's going to, I cannot tell the whole structure of the whole thing. Like I said, it is unscripted and partly unstructured still, right? The only structure it has is that it's around solving critical experiential problems, problems that has to do with our day-to-day experiences. That's more or less the only structure it has. The crazy thing, now that I think about it, this has been the easiest video I've made in my whole life. This is one of the easiest videos I've made in my whole life since I started making videos, since I started creating content or making video content. This is the easiest. It has been the most. Trust me, this is just one take. This is just one take. And crazy enough, I didn't even prepare for this now. I was making a different video for someone. And I finished making that and then just felt, okay, let me just record this. And I bumped into it and I've been going on and on and on and on with it. And I've not really had time to and it's just felt free. It's felt through. And so, yes, I'm happy I'm making this move. I'm happy I'm taking this decision. And it really gives me that comfort. And I hope, I really hope that some of the things I'm going to share here would really help someone. Because at the end of the day, that's my genuine desire to help, even if it's just one person, have a better life, and that would mean the world to me. Because my philosophy is we change the world one person at a time. So if I can change just one life, or for the rest of my life, then I did touch the world. I did change the world. So yeah, so this is me. Yeah. So thank you so much for getting to this part of the video. I'm super glad, thankful that you're here. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Like if you did like it, please dislike it by all means. If you did not, leave your comment and tell me what you think genuinely. So finally, there's a link on my Instagram handle at Pichi Speaks. The link on my bio is a link to book a clarity session with me. So beyond all of this, I'm actually a life coach, a trained life coach. I'm still training at the moment. I'm trained, but I'm still undergoing more training as a life coach, and it's a beautiful thing for me. It's a beautiful experience for me. Really, I love to lend a listening ear to people. Help you reflect the beauty that you are. Just show you the beauty that you are showing me. Things like this it's really a very beautiful part of my life that I love so much the fact that I can be privileged, that I'm privileged to like experience people's lives. So anyway. So I'm saying that you could follow the link and book a session with me. It's completely free. It's just to have a conversation. So you have any part of your life where you're struggling with your relationship, your business, personal development, your faith, maybe your world views, anything basically that is giving you, that's putting you on hold, that's keeping you in one spot that you're unable to move on from. Please, I am your guy. And I have the help of some amazing professionals that in such cases where I'm unable to serve you with all solutions, I could refer you to um, top world class quality professionals, professionals, and also better and bigger life coaches than myself that can handle whatever you bring that I cannot handle. Shoot me a DM if you have any question, if you have any comment you want to make personally, if you think you want to suggest anything to me, any corrections, any improvements you'd like for me to make. Please, by all means, do send those messages down. I really appreciate them. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love you so much. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.